I never meant to return to Europe so soon. But when a retired miner handed me a faded map marked only with a black eagle, a set of coordinates, and one chilling phrase, "Für den letzten Schatz," for the last treasure, I knew I couldn't ignore it. So here I am, crawling on my stomach through a slit of rock barely wide enough for my shoulders. Mud smears across my face as I drag myself forward, my flashlight cutting a trembling line through the suffocating darkness. The air tastes old, metallic, stale, untouched for decades. Webs cling to my arms as I push deeper until finally the tunnel widens, and I see it. A rust-eaten vault door, a massive steel slab stamped with a faded Reichsadler, and behind a jagged opening torn into its side, gold. Stacks of it, dull, dusty, forgotten. My breath catches. This is no myth, no rumor. I have just found Hitler's lost gold vault. I push through the breach and enter a hall swallowed by decay. My light sweeps across a dead factory floor, cracked concrete, rusted gears, machines frozen mid-motion like ghosts of a war that never ended. Near one collapsed machine, my beam catches something bright. At first, I think it's scrap metal, but then I kneel and brush away the dust. Gold. Raw, unrefined, vein gold from the mine itself. A chill prickles my skin. This wasn't just a storage vault. It was a refinery, a processing site, a place where stolen treasures and mined gold became ingots for a collapsing empire. In a side office, I find a rotary phone coated in a thick layer of dust. Paperwork litters the desk. German, Polish, Czech signatures. And on the wall, a giant, cobweb-shrouded world map. Dozens of red pins. Lines connecting Europe to the Middle East, North Africa, South America. Was this a smuggling network? Escape routes? Or something darker? My hand trembles as I uncover a jewel box on the desk. Inside, diamonds shimmer through decades of dust. Stones worth a fortune. Stones taken from people who never saw justice. The silence grows heavier. Every object here is a witness. I follow the narrow passage out of the office until the ground slopes sharply downward. Cold water rises ankle deep, then shin deep. The beam of my flashlight reveals twin iron rails stretching endlessly into black water. An abandoned mine railway. As I wade forward, I feel the temperature drop. Dripping echoes around me. Slow, deliberate, like something breathing. A rusted minecart appears ahead, its wheels fused to the track, and inside, a mound of glittering ore. Not coal, not stone, gold. Chunks of raw metal hacked straight from the veins in the rock. I lift one piece, and the weight nearly pulls my arm down. This was a mother lode. Further down the tunnel, a broken drill lies tangled in cables. Its teeth still bite into a fracture in the rock. And embedded inside is the largest natural gold vein I've ever seen. Whoever worked here stopped suddenly, not because the gold ran out, but because something forced them to leave. The man-made tunnels dissolve into natural caverns. Stalactites drip from a ceiling lost in shadow. My light glitters off stray flecks, gold dust floating in the air like pollen. I feel like I've stepped into another world. I kneel beside a subterranean stream. The water is crystal clear, and at the bottom lies a carpet of gold nuggets, glowing softly in the shifting light. But the deeper I go, the stranger the discoveries become. A porcelain tea set, immaculate, delicate, as if someone had placed it here intentionally. a crate overflowing with iron cross medals, a rusted medical table with surgical tools arranged neatly, untouched by time. Then, a sarcophagus, an Egyptian sarcophagus, beneath a European mine. My breath stops. What were they collecting down here? Loot? Artifacts? Ritual objects? Or evidence of something the world was never meant to know?
Just beneath the surface.
I step into a vast corridor lined with rooms. In the first chamber, rows of silver ingots shimmer beneath dust. In the next, violin cases, porcelain vases, carpets rolled into tight bundles. Another room holds a blown open safe, its contents scattered. Old passports, letters, photographs of families who disappeared. A grand corridor stretches ahead, the floor buried beneath a sea of gold coins. Every step sounds like walking on shattered glass. My flashlight lands on a library, a forgotten archive of ancient books, leather-bound volumes, atlases, handwritten journals in German, French, Hebrew, Russian. Every room, every object whispers the same truth. This place was never just a hiding spot. It was a collection point, a warehouse of everything stolen during a war built on theft. And then I find the map. Pinned to a corkboard, covered in cobwebs, a world map marked with dates, codes, and shipping routes. Lines leading from Europe to Antarctica. My heart freezes. Hitler's last shipments weren't just myths. A metallic groan echoes from somewhere deep in the mine. I spin, heart racing. The sound leads me into a vast hall. A forest of marble statues stands beneath towering arches. But every statue is covered in burlap sheets, like bodies prepared for burial. My light drifts over them, and I swear I hear the faint scrape of stone shifting behind me. Then I see it, a mountain of gold bars, higher than a house, twice the size of the vault in the opening chamber. This is the real treasury. A rusted tin box lies half open nearby. Inside, golden teeth, watches, rings, the smallest, cruelest trophies of war. I swallow hard. This chamber is a tomb of suffering. On a pedestal sits an enormous ledger written in Gothic script, names, numbers, destinations. And beside it, a tube labeled V2, a blueprint for a rocket. But not a weapon this time. A transport. My mind spins. Were they planning to move all this? Where? Why? At the end of the hall stands one last vault door, bigger than all the rest, a fortress of steel. As I push it open, a slow, grinding roar shakes dust from the ceiling. Inside, a giant golden sphinx. Polished, perfect. Its eyes seem to follow me. Around it lies a treasure hoard unlike anything in Europe. Viking gold, Roman statues, a Mercedes buried in dust, an Enigma machine resting atop crates of silver, wine barrels stacked to the ceiling. This wasn't just a vault, it was a Noah's Ark of plundered history. I raise my flashlight to the far wall and freeze. A world map, massive, pierced with dozens of pins. A red string connects 3 of them. One leads to the mine I'm standing in, one to a bunker in the Alps, and the last? The last pin marks the Saqqara Plateau. My breath stops. This isn't just treasure hunting anymore. These vaults, these artifacts, these maps, they're all connected. And whatever lies ahead, whatever waits beneath Saqqara, Someone tried very hard to keep the world from ever finding it.